What's going on, my people? Coach Jack Daniels at the Boxers Trainers Channel, the very best analytical boxing coach, boxing announcer in the business. Now, dig this here. The boxing community is in an uproar behind the fight September 12th, 2025, between Saul Canelo Alvarez, the super middleweight champion of the world, versus versus Torrance Bud Crawford. Wow. That's how big this fight is. Not trying to make the excuse for the blunder, but this is a huge fight. I believe this is probably one of the hugest events ever, right? It's more than likely going to surpass Muhammad Ali's record. I believe it's with Joe Frazier. Also, I believe it's going to surpass Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Saul Canelo Alvarez. This is, now look at, man, the word that fits the description of how big this fight is, humongous, to say the least. This is why I'm taking the advantage of trying to clear up all the inconsistencies before the fight takes place. Give you guys some boxing knowledge. Put you in the picture, in the scheme of what's really going on. So, the word is that Brian Boots is in the Saul Canelo Alvarez camp, sparring Saul Canelo Alvarez to help him with defending himself against Torrance Bud Crawford, right? Now, here's the deal. This is boxing, ladies and gentlemen, right? This ain't soccer. This ain't baseball. This is boxing, man, right? In the sense that, everything goes. Boxing, basically everything goes, right? Protect yourself at all times, in the ring or out of the ring. You know what I'm saying? So, for Saul Canelo Alvarez to get Jerome Boots and to come to camp and spar him is one thing. And there's nothing wrong with it. As far as I'm concerned, as a professional, it's nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? I encourage, you know what I'm saying, Saul Canelo Alvarez to use all the ammunition necessary, right, to try to beat Torrance Bud Crawford, right? Which is a hell of a high demand. You know what I mean? Both of these cats are superstar boxers, man, right? They're both pound for pound champions, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, Saul Canelo Alvarez knows what he's up against. Contrary to the fact that Saul Canelo Alvarez puts on a monstrosity in face recognition, right? As far as he's going to whoop Torrance Bud Crawford, right? But deep down in Saul Canelo Alvarez is subconscious, and I'm saying this as an ex-boxer, right? I think that Saul Canelo Alvarez knows, right? And it has been stated from his camp, right? This is going to be one hell of a fight because Torrance Bud Crawford is one of the best. This came out of Saul Canelo Alvarez's trainer's mouth, right? So I said that to say this, right? Whatever Saul Canelo Alvarez decides he needs to do to get the advantage over Torrance Bud Crawford psychologically, otherwise he needs to do it. And there shouldn't be all this back and forth about whether Jerome Boots is wrong for going to Saul Canelo Alvarez's aid. That's what boxers do. Has nothing to do with race, gender, or none of that, right? This is a sport. These guys have to compliment each other, right? And as far as I'm going to say, ain't nothing wrong with it. It's nothing wrong with it, but to a certain degree, it's going to backfire on Saul Canelo Alvarez. Because look, Torrance Bud Crawford is the type of dude like me, right? That he's going to use that energy that Saul Canelo Alvarez is using to try to distort the picture that he's doing everything in his power to make the fight the best fight he ever fought and things of that sort, right? Saul Canelo Alvarez is actually using psychology. And listen to this. There is nothing to suggest other than the fact that you see, or I see, and we don't know if that's true or not, because today in the fast-moving schemes of the internet, right, that don't have to even be a realistic, those don't have to be realistic pictures. There's nobody, I did the research. Went back and did the due diligence to find a tape where those two, Saul Canelo Alvarez and John Boots, were sparring. There's no evidence to that transpiring. They have been seen in the gym together, right? But there's no evidence to support that they're sparring, right? Again, I wouldn't have a problem with this as a professional, right? We were talking about these little mini-minded people that say, "Oh, the Boots is what is that word they use? Not on code. What the hell does that mean? He's not on code. Look, if I was made a proposal to come to camp to assist somebody, and you was paying me, again, this is boxing, man. Right? It ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? So let's be perfectly clear about the psychological impact that might have on certain people, and it does, because people up there, and they totally out of sorts behind Boots going into camp with Saul Canelo Alvarez. Unless you have something personal against Saul Canelo Alvarez, man, keep it professional, keep it real, right? Cheer on your favorite boxer, right? But these comments, these allegations about Boots is out of sort, man, come on, man, that's childish. Hey, man, look, and you're hearing that from a 75-year-old man. You know, that's childish, man. So y'all need to get a grip. Appreciate y'all for hopping on board in the chat, right? Don't forget that. Now, come on, man. Y'all act like y'all got, like arthritis or something in your fingers, right? When I ask you to hit the subscription button, right? Because it's maybe one or two, you might, man, hit the subscription button, hit the like button, drop a comment in the comment section, and let your boy know what y'all think about this rigmarole back and forth about John Boots Ennis being out of pocket for going into Saul Canelo Alvarez's camp. Again, I don't think that's an awful thing. I think that's a part of the sport, and may the best man win, which in this case is going to be, you already know, this is going to be one of my favorite boxers. I call him Weusi. Weusi Askari. In Swahili, that means black soldier. You heard me? That being said, I'm gone. Good show. I got cancel. Hey, before I leave this platform, I just read something from my man. Look here, this dude is one of the best people I know. Shout out to the Mexican G. That being said, y'all, I'm out.